What if you woke up one day and noticed that your reality was a lie? You go into town and everyone has the same 10 faces. You have the same face as everyone else. Then, you slowly start to forget what it was like before you entered this reality. Would you want to leave? Of course you would. You'd want to get back to the true reality. However, when you finally find the exit, the bridge between worlds, you find that the people on the other side don't want you back. It's a scary thought, right? Thankfully, that would never happen. Or would it? Well, I can put your mind to rest that it wouldn't happen in the near future. Because it's already happening. Above all else, we should start by explaining what the 0 point is, because it is the basis for everything going forward. The 0 point controls three things: matter, time, and alternate universe travel. The first one is pretty self-explanatory. The 0 point has the ability to reshuffle matter into any possible configuration. For example, Chapter 1's island turned into Chapter 2's island because the 0 point was unstable. But before I explain the second aspect, time, I have to explain something very unfortunate: the loop. Long ago, when the 0 point was first discovered, someone decided to enter it. This person's name was Jones. When he first entered, there was nothing out of the ordinary. It was just a small island with a few houses, but none of them were really occupied. The real trouble started when he left, because an exact clone of Jones was left in that reality when he left. This is due to the 0 point's property of time manipulation. The 0 point has this tendency to reset the world to a certain point in time. When this happens, all objects are reverted back to their original positions, including people. But what happens if that person leaves before the loop resets? The 0 point will create an exact clone of that person. From here on out, these clones are referred to as snapshots. And I regret to inform you that I am a snapshot, and you are a snapshot, and all of your friends are snapshots. Because every item shop skin and battle pass skin is a snapshot. And every time you enter Battle Royale, that is the loop resetting back to a point in time so you can fight and win. And when you do win, the loop resets back to a point in time so you can play it all over again. And every time someone from outside this reality enters it, they become a skin that you can wear. So to put it in layman's terms, the loop is the game that you are playing. But there's one other aspect that we haven't covered yet, that is reality manipulation. Which at first seems self-explanatory, it just connects our world with infinite other worlds. Which is the reason why the Marvel characters were able to enter our reality. But that also means that the 0 point can access alternate versions of Fortnite. Say, for example, a reality where Greasy Grove was a taco stand, or a reality where Starry Suburbs was never destroyed. You're starting to get it now, right? We're talking about Season X. And when we talk about Season X, we, of course, have to talk about... I had to talk about the loop before I talked about the 7, because they are directly correlated with each other. Remember back in the intro when I talked about people losing their memories when they were in the loop for too long? Well, so did the Visitor, and that's actually why he launched the rocket. Because he wanted to leave our reality as soon as possible to not lose part of himself. But poor old Visitor just couldn't get a break, because he found himself right back on that meteor during Season X's launch. But this time he couldn't just up and leave, because the 0 point was exposed, and if he did leave, every universe would just be destroyed, which is not very good. So the Visitor had to act fast, because he didn't want to lose his memories, but he also couldn't do this alone. So the Visitor had his game plan set. Step 1, create rift beacons to access alternate versions of the Fortnite island. Step 2 was create tapes so that when he did lose his memories, he'd know his plan. Step 3 was to enter 6 different realities and contact alternate versions of himself. Step 4 was to converge on one reality, seal the 0 point, and stop all of reality from being destroyed. Thus, the Visitor and all the alternate versions of himself, being as uncreative as possible, decided to name their team after the amount of members they had. Thus, the 7 was born. Each member being the same person, just from an alternate timeline. And the reason they're not in-game right now is because, again, they don't want to enter the loop again and lose their memories. They're staying as far away from the island as possible, unless, of course, there's another mass extinction event, in which case they'll definitely step in. So that's the end of this video. I have a bunch of other topics I want to cover in the future, including Agent Jonesy and his role in the story, but I'm gonna wait until Season 5 is over to talk about that because we still don't know everything. But until then, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.